Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. We know the meal plan market in Dubai is hugely competitive, and if you're looking for one that's rich in flavor and keeps you on track with your fitness and health goals, we have Matter Nutrition here, the co-founder Tarek, Roumie, to tell us all about what meal plans can do for you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Not
Thank
at all.
you. I'm super excited to be here. I feel like it's been a while since I spoke on camera, so I'm quite keen to do this.
Well, let's get stuck in.
Yeah.
So do tell us about Matter Nutrition. How did it come about that you wanted to start like a meal plan situation?
Yeah, so I used to play football. And when I played football in the UK, I was on a meal plan there. And when I moved here, this was 6 years ago, I didn't have much to eat that I think was convenient and honestly flavorful. There were a lot of meal plans, but I felt like we could do a lot more, so I started thinking about how to do it. And 2.5 years ago, finally, we got to launch Matter Nutrition. Before that, we had another meal plan, which was amazing. But then from there, we wanted to do even more. And we were like, okay, what can we do to make something for everybody? Which is where Matter Nutrition came, because the whole idea is that everybody matters. And yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, so everybody matters.
But how can you be so general? Because food sometimes to people is so specific and so unique. So how can you make something for everyone?
That's where our technology comes in. Basically, the whole thing with Matter is because everybody matters, we are a completely customized meal plan. So we use tech that you can have the same meal for 10 different people, but it would look different across all 10 different people. So
be specific here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
help my brain understand what you mean.
So let's say you're allergic to beans.
Okay.
You're allergic to tomatoes, and there's a meal with beans and tomatoes, but you decide to choose that meal. All right. You can get that same meal, but with yours without beans, yours without tomatoes, and then further to that, let's say I eat beans and tomatoes, but I have more calories than you guys. I would get the same meal, but with more calories. With the beans and tomatoes, so it is super specific based off your calories, your allergens, and based on what you like and what you don't like.
And what is this technology that detects and customizes that?
I spent a lot of time on that. I'm a nerd, so I basically literally wanted to build something from A to Z that we own completely, right? So what we did was we kind of looked at how you build a meal. All right, and then from A to Z, just being like, okay, cool. You start with the protein, carbs, and fat. You choose that. You count the calories against that, okay? But then you have like a little list of things that you can remove all the time, and you click enter, and it just plugs it in for everyone. Even further to that, it goes down and calculates all the weights of the foods that you need to cook for everybody. So for example, we would cook for us three. Right, the same meal, but if yours has less tomato, it says minus 50 grams of tomatoes. Yours has less beans, minus 25.
Oh my God.
And it gives us a whole list of like 3 pages of everything we need to cook. And every person's basically meal itself with the allergens listed.
That sounds so complicated.
Wow,
yeah.
it is complicated, and I just consider, so when you're choosing a meal plan company, a lot of them will make these kind of claims for what they can do. Is there anyone else doing tech like this?
I think people are trying to do it. I would I'm gonna plug another company from the UK because they're the ones that they helped me in doing this. A company called Fresh Fitness Food. Okay, and the owners are super kind people. I would sit down with them when I'm in London. They would help me from A to Z. I don't think anyone has been able to get as deep as we have, and that's why you have a lot of meal plans in Dubai, but none of them are really completely customizable. That's our value proposition is complete customization at affordable prices. So when you have other companies customizing, they charge a lot more for that. Yeah. So
I want to ask about food trends now. With you guys doing a meal plan, where do you see the food trends are going now? Before it was keto, before that was vegan. Is it? It's not a trend; it's a lifestyle which everyone should be following, regardless veganism and vegetarianism. But
this is just Simran's platform to throw out
veganism.
Why not?
Why not?
Eat meat.
No,
we'll both do it.
What are you saying?
Need yin yang.
No, it's just not
You know what
right.
the best trend is? Moderation. Honestly, that's the best trend.
No,
that
of
you
course,
have
of course.
that.
But like, do you see a new trend either developing or people leaning towards a certain type of diet?
Yeah, carnivore. Honestly,
What
like
the?
the opposite of veganism.
That's not what I
Really?
expected. I thought keto or something.
No,
There was
so
like handing you something.
carnivore diets right now are becoming
Okay,
very
our next
popular.
question.
No, honestly, we've seen like a lot, like
Is that protein? People want more meat?
just people want to eat meat. So like we've been through the phase of paleo, veganism, and keto, right? We've seen them all happen, and every single time we would see like, especially, do you guys remember Game Changers? Yeah, I'm sure you know Game Changers.
No.
It's a vegan documentary. All right.
Seaspiracy.
It's the same people. Okay, it's the
There's
same people
a
as
few
Seaspiracy, you know. But basically, what they did as soon as they launched, I swear to God, we had like 30% more people asking for vegan meal plans.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they're very powerful. Those documentaries.
They are, but they are a trend as well. I'm sorry to say.
How long have you been in the market?
We've been in the market for 2.5 years as Matter, but before that, we were in the market as another company for 3 years. You know, so we evolved that company into Matter. It used to be called Athlete. Yeah.
This is not why Tarek is on the show, but we do have Matter Nutrition as meals in our office. And I said it before the show. I was like, I genuinely, since you guys started coming, I have not ordered another meal.
Amazing.
There are different meals every day. Like yesterday, I had like an orange salmon with dill. So good. And then you have the specific calories, so everything is under 500 calories.
Exactly.
And
that's what
full.
That's the best way.
Yeah. It's very filling.
We don't tend to have too much waste, but what happens if food gets left over? Like, what happens to meals that may not get eaten here?
So we kind of have like one of the key things that we try to do is this whole sustainability program, no wastage. So part of our technology is to ensure that there's no wastage, right? But let's say if we have something where we're sending food to somebody here, right? As soon as we pick it up, okay, we need to make sure that it's still fresh. If it's still fresh, we have a program where we just feed whoever we can, whether it's labor workers, whether, you know, all across Dubai. We kind of built that program to just make sure that number one, there's no wastage. Number two, there's healthy eating for all. You know, something that we really are trying to do right now is how do you make meal plan food or healthy food more accessible? Because food that is considered healthy is very expensive. You know, it's usually selling at 50, 60, 70 dirhams, which is, it's not affordable, right? But how can you change that model and go all the way down to a 10 dirham meal, you know? And that's like really the question we've been asking ourselves, and that's something that we're exploring literally every single day.
That's amazing.
It's very hard, but you know, it's we're finding a way to do it, and it's something that's going to happen very soon, actually. So that's something we're quite excited about.
Honestly, that's the only reason I don't eat healthy.
Yeah.
Only because of the price. Nothing else.
Price is a big thing.
But I mean, the fact that you're looking at quality as well as giving an affordable rate to your customers is brilliant and what the market needs right now. So you found the actual gap in the market.
Yeah, so I think people really want to eat healthy, but they also want convenience, but they also want taste. You know, so like we're trying to like find the different things. Like personally, one of the key reasons why I do believe Matter is, from a flavor point of view, quite unique is because I also come from a food background. You know, like I have a business partner that is the Michelin Young Chef of the Year. You know, so like he understands food on another level, and I get to explore and understand different kinds of foods. Like I remember when we first launched a blueberry salmon dish in Matter. Everyone was like, blueberries and salmon? You know? And then they try it and they're like, oh, that's really interesting, you know? So like we're always trying to explore what the latest flavor combinations are that people will be first confused by, and then they would be like, wow, this is amazing. You know, so like we're really trying to push our boundary from that end.
You know, talking about food at this time in the morning, it's just like you're just like, what am I gonna have for lunch? But what is would that be your favorite meal? Do you you must eat Matter every day?
I do eat Matter every day.
And get people hungry. Like, what are your favorite meals on the plan?
Honestly, my favorite meal is the first meal we ever made,
which vegan is one.
No, the chicken pesto pasta. So that one is like we did it. I remember when we made that dish, we were like, okay, it's just a pesto pasta. Until today, I can have it like 5 times a week. You know, I'll just eat it every single day. You know, and I would also say, have you guys tried the peanut butter truffles?
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
yes.
That for us is like the holy grail of
These are
everything.
the little snacks that you come to every day,
Yeah,
and then it's like the dark chocolate one, and then the white chocolate.
White chocolate,
it's just...
yeah. So those two are like pretty popular, and it's my favorite. You know, I remember when we made it, we were like, "What is this?" You know,
everything really like the tastes are so unique and different. They grow. At first, you're just like you question it, and then it really like it grows on you, and then you just want it like for every dessert, like you want that as a replacement to the junk that you eat. 100%. And also I want to ask, like you said, weird food combinations, right? What is the weirdest food combination you've had and that you've liked?
Ooh.
Because I love weird food combinations, but people are just so, you know, like unaccepting of weird and unnatural combinations.
This isn't like fine dining weird combination. This is like an everyday weird combination.
Well, can we guess?
You can guess. It's peanut butter mixed with something.
Ketchup.
No.
Ooh.
Close. Kind of.
Barbecue sauce.
No.
Mayo.
I tried it recently.
Peanut butter and like beef?
No. Peanut butter and pickle.
Oh.
Yeah, so pickles. Actually, pickle, you know, the brand pickle, their pickles have, with the peanut butter, is one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
Peanut butter is going to be good with anything.
It is.
Like peanut butter, it's like you could say anything and I'd be like, oh, that's interesting, it's peanut butter.
You know? It is. Honestly, like peanut butter with pickle is good. One thing I made a while ago that, this was like literally just out of necessity. I usually have mangoes and chili. You know, but yeah, so like it tastes so good. But then I ran out of chili pepper, so I had za'atar at home. So mango and za'atar is something that is incredible.
You're blowing minds right now. You're blowing minds.
Honestly, I think you need to try mango za'atar. Like that to me is like, I'm surprised it's not everywhere yet.
Get some mango za'atar. My thing growing up was apple and cheese, like melted. I love that. Melted apple and
what kind of cheese?
Just like a basic like
camembert.
No, not camembert. Do you have a weird food combo?
I have so many. Like
what's your weirdest combo?
I eat chocolate with everything. Like I'll have chocolate with rice. I'll have chocolate with like.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm all down for weird food combos as long as, you know.
Did you know that
animals have been harmed in the process?
In Mexico, they eat chocolate with rice very normally.
I think I'm a Mexican at heart.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Back to regular food combos. You kind of dropped a little bit of a hint there that you're exploring 10-dir meals in the future. Is that kind of like the big project that you're working on, or what kind of cool stuff do you guys have coming up?
So we're like, as Matter, one of the key things is that 10-dirham meal. Again, accessibility for everybody. But what we're doing now is we're launching something very soon, which is, call it a 30-dirham meal. You know, like kind of taking that step from going to 60 to 30, and then going from 30 to 10, because you can't go from 60 to 10 over 1 month. So we're launching this program that we're gonna make only accessible like as a trial beta. Like it's all about experimenting, and that to us is probably our biggest little experiment that we're going to do, that we're launching for everybody soon.
So that would be part of like your regular meal plan, but it would be a 30-dirham lunch within it.
So it's like regular meal plan, but instead of paying 50 dirhams or on a meal plan, you pay 30 dirhams per meal on a meal plan.
Ears are pricking.
So my God. So like we're trying to like change that dynamic, and like the way we thought about it is, if you have the opportunity, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that I love that as soon as they grow, they don't think about, okay, cool, now I'm going to make everything more expensive. But the idea is, if as I grow, I get to maximize my supply chain, my economies of scale, all that stuff. How do I make things cheaper for my customer? And that's how we're thinking about it. That's how we're approaching it. The idea is to give the exact same meal, but for cheaper.
You know, we're so lucky on this show that we get to, you'll hear about brands all the time, to actually hear the story around them, to actually hear like how innovative you guys are being, and like the entrepreneurship that's going on behind the scenes is so, so amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us on the show and giving us that little bit of insight, because we've been eating the food and we didn't know. Now we have a story to tell.
Exactly. And now I feel like for students, like if I knew, if I had this, like a 30 dirham meal plan when I was a student or when I was in uni and when I just started working and I was living alone, like it would have been such a game changer for my eating habits.
100%. So that's what we're trying to do.
Behalf of Dubai.
Mattercore.
Mattercore.
Oh.
Okay, if guys want to get in touch with you, if they want to explore Matter a little bit more, how can they do so?
Instagram, honestly. Instagram is the best tool. Soon we're getting on TikTok as well. So, but Instagram is our best tool.
See you there.
Engage with everyone. Right.
See you there. Okay.
Guys,
that was Tarek Roumie, the co-founder of Matter Nutrition.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And next time, Zader and Mango.
Zader and Mango. Tomorrow.
Done.
Tomorrow.
Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Massive thank you to Matter Nutrition. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.